Before you got that title shot with Chuck, did you think it was going to happen? Did you think you were going to get that title shot?
No, I had no idea they was going to give me a title shot. I actually said I think Joe Rogan asked me in an interview or something in the cage, like something like about it. I said, and I played it down like, no, I'm not ready to fight Chuck, because at this time of my career, people, they thought I was finished, because in Japan, maybe like a couple years prior, I had turned real religious, and I fought Shogun, and I was injured going into that fight. And a lot of people didn't know that. I didn't say anything about it, and he kind of wrecked me. He beat me pretty fast, and he like broke the muscle between my ribs and everything. People thought I was done, so they thought that maybe Chuck could beat me, because Chuck was on his comeback tour when he was beating everybody that beat him in the past, and I was the last guy. So I figured they was going to. I figured that's why they brought my contract to get me over to the UFC. I was like, yeah, they gonna put me with Chuck, but I knew I could beat Chuck.
Did you know you were going to beat him that night?
Oh yeah, I knew I was going to beat him.
Wow.
I trained so hard for Chuck. I just knew I was going to beat him. It was not one doubt in my mind. I just knew I was going to beat him.
Did you know how you were going to beat him?
No, I didn't know I was going to knock him out, but I just knew Chuck couldn't fuck with me.
And what a knockout.
Yeah, it was crazy. The crazy thing about that knockout is that when I fought Chuck in Japan, he hit me with a body shot at the end of the first round, and it was the hardest body shot I ever took in my life. And I've never been dropped from a body shot, but that one, I felt it, and it surprised me. I made a noise, like the air leaving my body, and then I shot in on him and took him down. And I guess he felt like, oh, that body shot hurt him. Yeah. And then the next round, he didn't get it off again, and I ended up beating him up, and they threw in the towel in the beginning of the second round in Pride. And so that fight with Chuck in the UFC, that body shot that he landed on me years prior in Japan is what caused him to get knocked out in the UFC.
Man, do you remember seeing that opening in that fight?
What, the knockout?
Yeah.
Well, my defense is when people go for my body, I have like a trigger point. When they go for my body, I automatically come up with an uppercut. But I was doing that, like my counter, because he was setting up that body shot. I saw him setting it up. And that's my trigger point. I was going to uppercut him and come left hook. But as I was uppercutting, he was moving out the way, and my arm just followed him. And I didn't know it was going to knock him out, because I felt like it wasn't even that hard, because he was moving out the way. And it's supposed to just be like a straight uppercut, left hook. But he was moving, and my arm followed him somehow, just instinct, I don't know.
Damn.
And they got him. All because of that body shot he landed on me years earlier in Japan.